Good evening, Link to the Past fans. Welcome to the Go Mode Podcast Mentor Tournament 2021. Today we've got an exciting sword-assured match, the final round of the Swiss stages of groups between Couch 23 and MrAaronSnerd with his mentor, HomeMadeBeer. This is an exciting match today. I'm joined by BenCreighton. Ben, how are you feeling?
Feeling good, and we are off to the races already with a trio of bombs there in Link's house. And yeah, these two runners are top of the heap here. They are both 5-0 in these Swiss rounds, so should be good stuff to here today.
Yes, this is officially for the 6-0, one seed in the brackets. Who do you got, Ben? Who's your money on?
I mean, I'm a Final Fantasy VI fan, so let's root for the Moogle today.
All right, I'm taking the opposite. I'm a nerd. And he's my partner in another tournament, so I better not vote against him.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of being in this tight-knit little community where lots of us know each other and have opportunities to interact in lots of different formats. You might be teammates one day going up against each other the next day, or commentating one another the third day.
That is true. And and we have a tier 1 tree pull on Couch's side, and he got red rupees out of that, so that's going to be very nice going through this escape sequence and having it ready to go.
Yep, always nice to have both all the rupees you need and all the bombs you'll need, at least for the CAC Village portion. Just don't need to worry about it.
I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties on Aaron's side.
Yep, we'll see what we can do to get that sorted out on the back end. In the meantime, Couch is going through what's become a pretty standard opening here, which is Uncle into escape sequence. Makes a lot of sense when you do start with that fighter's sword. It'll be interesting to see which runners switch that up a little as they go into the bracket stage where that sword will no longer be assured. But looks like that was a vanilla lamp there. Or no, not vanilla.
Not quite.
Yeah, French vanilla lamp here in the escape sequence.
Not quite vanilla. We do not have a small key, so I doubt we risk going into Dark Cross with that. Well, we might go to Dark Cross.
He's rocking half a heart there, and yep, sure enough, setting up a death warp with his bomb. I think that's very justifiable. You're right here. If it does wind up being something rude like a glove, you don't want to leave it behind.
Agreed. Yeah, and it's in logic, even without that small key. I believe it is.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it is. The way it works is the game always assumes that you're going to use your keys as inefficiently as possible, but I believe this should still be in logic, but it's just 10 arrows. So yeah, actually, I suppose technically it wouldn't be in logic, because theoretically, you might have dark roomed through Dark Cross, spent the key on the other end, and thus locked yourself out of getting the lamp. But either way.
Point. True. That's true.
But yeah, that's one of those quirks of key logic that is interesting trivia, but doesn't tend to make much difference when it comes to how you want to route things.
Yep, same thing with Hammerlock Blind. Oh, and utilizing that tier 1 tree pole again for more red rupees. Or tier 2 this time. I guess both are red rupees.
Yep, just small magic from the bush crab and getting ourselves a nice early lumberjack check.
And it looks like we have MrAaronSnerd here. A little delay. So for now, we'll keep that in mind.
Yep, it looks like he's about 3 minutes behind, but that's only because his stream's about 3 minutes behind, so don't panic, nerd fans. And that's why it's very nice when when runners have a timer going so that our restreamers can attempt to sync things when the unforeseen happens. But meanwhile, Couch heading into Cack Village, not a lot to write home about so far in that escape play, but this is where that big early check density is. So this is where we might get a chance to see how the rest of this run might start to shape up in the early game.
Yes, agreed. Nothing so far in Blind's Hunt. Oh, Cane of Samaria. There we go. I spoke too soon. All right, just making our way through Cack Village. It looks like both runners have actually started, Uncle. So we are in sync 3 minutes apart.
Yep, not a lot of divergence here in just the opening few minutes of the game, but tends to be post-Cack when you might have an opportunity, especially when you get that lovely 300 stack of rupees, which means an early fake flip Zora play might make sense. And there's the mirror.
Oh, these are some good items to make some easy divergence and some key routing choices.
Yeah, speaking of fake flipper plays, also a mushroom. You often see runners deciding, oh, and Moon Pearl on the Tubin Merchant.
Yeah, now the fake flipper play looks really good. Being able to do waterfall.
Yeah, absolutely. And potentially a fake flipper through the water portal south of Link's house to go ahead and turn in that mushroom and see if that fetch quest has anything interesting. And there's a glove!
Oh, we have a lot of things. Getting our first map check from Couch. Looks like we have pendants in Hera and Eastern, green pendant Hera, and a crystal in Desert.
I think, ooh, and a nice vanilla bottle there, meaning we'll be able to get a bottle boy check.
Oh, that's always nice. Just not having to come back.
Yeah, but I'm always interested to see a pendant Eastern because I'm personally, and this is just a personal preference thing, I'm always leery about making that early Eastern play when I know it might be a double dip because I don't have bow yet. That becomes a lot easier to justify when you might not ever need to go to Armos.
Yeah. I think, what's your opinion on early fetch quest items? Getting that mushroom right away. I think myself, normally I like to turn them in right away if I can get there, but we kind of have a lot of things already.
Yeah. I suppose the other thing to consider is that with that red cane, do you maybe save it to hope for a fake powder check a little later?
Oh, we can. You're right. With the Moon Pearl already in the mirror, all we really need is Dark World access. Period. To do that fake flipper, I think absolutely you save it.
Yeah, and of course, coming out of the save and quit to Link's house, you could always turn it in, hard reset if it turns out to be nothing in order to preserve that. But Couch isn't worried about that right now. He's sticking to a more traditional play to South Shore and probably Mini Moldorm after this.
Yeah, that's the natural play. No need for rupees right now. We've got plenty for everything we need.
Yeah, this is gonna be enough to set us up for the rest of the game, and with some left over, potentially.
With 7 bombs, we'll see if we get some bomb strats in Mini Moldorm. Nope.
Yeah, I'm a fan of going ahead and chucking a bomb to the left and praying, hoping you get lucky and it knocks those 2 boys out to just get through the room a little bit faster.
Yeah, half magic, that always feels good too.
Yeah, very nice convenience item, and a second bottle and bombos.
All right, we're about to find out whether we're going to get that fake flippers play. I have to imagine we will.
Yeah.
We don't get crabbed.
I was about to say, assuming Couch lives that long, crabs don't mess around.
They do not. Oh, we're good.
And at this point, we're in that interesting conundrum where we are 1 item away from Dark World access. Either way, either a cape or Master Sword for Aga access, or Titan's Mitts or Hammer to get there the normal way.
We didn't get the fake flipper play. It does look like we're going up the mountain. Back of Escape first, probably.
Yeah, Back of Escape makes a lot of sense. I suppose it's only 2 checks because we never did find that small key, but it's right there. You don't want to put it off too long in case it's something important.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy check. And a Master Sword. Well, hello, Aga.
Yeah, that does give us our Aga access. I'd be surprised to see him beeline Aga before at least checking Sage's closet.
No way. We have full mountain access. Well, not full. We have Hera access, and it's a crystal, or it's a green pendant. So I'd imagine you at least go up there first. So we're gonna go with the mountain.
Yeah, that's a very good point, especially with that green pendant in Hera. You want to go ahead and do that before heading into Eastern area.
It's probably faster than Aga.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this is the point in the seed where you ask yourself, how much do I want to check before doing the Aga play? Certainly you do Hera, certainly you do Sage's Closet. I think you go ahead and do Eastern after that, but are you going to go to some of those more out of the way spots like your Zoras, your Aginas?
Yeah, that's a question. I think in this particular seed, I might check Zora, but just because I can, chain that in with fake flippers to Hobo, and then a fake flippers on the way to Waterfall, then I can get Zora. Get info of the ledge. I think there's enough there to warrant going.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. Zora's the only spot there that is in logic, unless we find something here in the eastern area that changes that equation. But certainly a sequence break to avoid Aga is well worth it. And very likely to be a possibility.
Yeah, so I'm trying to make some benchmarks, personally, as we were watching both runners, since we do have this slight little technical difficulty with the desync. Just marking when we leave certain areas, because it looks like the runners are doing a very similar right now, just so we can kind of have an idea of who may or may not be ahead. No hook shot. Got the small key. Need the big key. We're going straight to the basement.
Yep, we all love Harapot, but it's just not always in the cards. Nice coffee break tech with the sword beams there. You'll love to see it.
Yeah, that's convenient.
It doesn't actually save you any time because you got to wait for these tiles no matter how you go about doing it, but it's swaggy and I like it. And that does save a little bit of time using the sword beam to go ahead and knock out that last tile before waiting for it to reach you. So, very nicely done.
Yeah.
It's those little time saves that really add up over the course of a run, and it just goes to show you why these are the two runners that are currently tied for top spot in this tournament.
Yeah, I think that after Hera, I'm not sure what we do. I think we do. Oh, Titansmiths, the Dark World Access. Glad we came to Hera.
Yep, that feels real good.
Not the best Dark World Access, but it feels okay. I'm not a big fan of just mitts.
Yeah, especially in this situation, you're really hoping to find hammers that you can go ahead and do more up here on the mountain while you're here.
And we couldn't. I don't think we didn't bomb jump because we were so low in health. It's like practice.
Yep. Yeah. Blue mail not going to help you against bombs. Those do a static heart of damage, I believe, no matter what your armor level.
I think they do less. I think they're reduced. I think it does half a heart on blue mail. It does a quarter heart on red.
Make a mental note to look that up later, because now I'm... You may very well be right. No trouble with Trolldorm today. Taking him down easy peasy.
Looks like Espeon helping us out. Saying that bomb damage is reduced by armor.
Thank you, Espeon, but... Yeah, very, very much good to know, although, yeah, very much right in this situation with one heart to your name going into a boss fight. You don't want to be taking any damage that you can help.
No, it's not that big of a time save. Alright, so we are going to go check Saha's closet before heading into the Dark World, most likely.
Yep, this is, I'd consider this a slightly thorough play, considering that you just got Dark World access, but that's not necessarily a bad thing this early and still with only 3 hearts to your name.
Well, having only mitts and having been burned by this exact situation in a raised 1 week, I like this play.
And yeah, that just bumped us up by, I believe, 2 full heart containers going into the Dark World. Even that little bit of extra safety can make a big difference.
Oh yeah, you're glad to see 2 extra hearts. We have blue mail, so that's good too, but more than 3 hearts kind of feels good. You start getting a little worried.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing. Like, yes, blue mail means you need the extra health a little less, but it also means that getting the extra health basically counts for double.
Alright, look, we're gonna go straight into Dark World. I'd imagine we go straight into a map check. See where our crystals are.
I noticed chat a little disappointed not to see the map check earlier, but no, we're going straight into Skull Woods.
Skull Woods. Skullwood's overworld crew, looks like.
Yep, I'm speaking of things that have burned one in the past. I'm a big believer in treating Front of Skull as overworld.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're gonna check Skullwoods as an overworld check, I think you know, Skullwoods, you can do it after Skullwoods since you are gonna do this anyways. You don't have Fire Rod, you can't finish it. It doesn't matter.
Yep, having Red Cane and Mirror. I mean, it's not huge, but it does make it a little quicker and easier. So certainly doesn't hurt.
I want to see flippers and nothing else. That's what I want to see. I want to see the seed point them to low health, low safety Ice Palace with just bombas.
Yeah, health and safety aside, Ice Palace is always an iffy proposition until you have the hammer, but we'll see. Of course, you could always have the hammer in Ice Palace. It's been known to happen. That's a whole lot of nothing so far. Did we find either item in the front there?
I don't think we did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the Dream Swamp if you're going in there with the with the Fire Rod. Or Skull, I should say. I think I said swamp there. You know what I mean. And there's our map check. 5-6 crystals in Turtle Rock and Skullwoods.
Looks that way. Where's the pendant?
That pendant was in Mire, according to our eagle-eyed tracker.
Yes. All right. Well, that's good. Are we going to dip thieves now? Yes. Looks like it. So I can say with certainty now, supposed certainty, that Aaron is more than 10 seconds ahead. We actually left Paradox Cave at 10:30 on Couch's side, and we also have checked Back of Escape on Aaron's side, so he's that far ahead.
Yep, and looks like there might have been some conversation between Couch and Cassidy. Couch popping his head into Thieves Town, and then popping back out saying, you know, we should really check the rest of Village of Outcasts just in case we find Hammer.
Yeah. So let's see if on Aaron's side, let's see if he makes the fake flippers play.
Yeah, that would definitely be the biggest opportunity for divergence in what otherwise has been a relatively linear seed up until this point.
Yeah, just several other checks. You'd get Zora, you'd get the ledge info, and you'd get 2 from Waterfall, and maybe Hobo, if you're feeling good about it. But we're getting the front 4 of Thieves here. And finding a tempered sword. Oh, we're gonna go ahead and just finish. That's right. It makes sense.
Yep, and it looks like we might be getting that fake flipper play from Aaron, walking out of Ice Rod Cave there.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna see. If he finds something like the hammer locked behind flippers, that would be Huge advantage.
Absolutely. On the other hand, though, that could keep him away from that Hera play and his Titan's mitts. So could be a bit of a double-edged sword.
Yeah, that's... Ooh, that would actually... I don't even know how I'd feel about that. So we would know he'd have hammer. Only one... Both runners, different Darkhold access. I actually kind of want to see it now.
Yeah, it's always fascinating to see those races where that one early routing decision just snowballs into vastly different effects for the rest of the seed. Meanwhile, as Couch heads toward the basement of Thieves Town, we haven't seen that small key yet, so the hope remains alive that we won't need to orphan an item in the big chest.
That always feels good. It also feels good if you find something in there that unlocks a bunch of checks to know that hammer can't be behind that on block. Because another fun fact, and that's what we've got. So another fun fact is that because the big key chest is locking the small key, blind is hammer locked. Logically. And so if we get progression, whatever progression we get, the hammer can't be behind it. So you wouldn't go up the mountain if you find hookshot on blind. That's the same reasoning that you never actually see this, but it's a quirk of the logic.
Yep, that's one of those logical quirks that does have some consequences for your routing if you are paying attention to it, but there's a lot to keep track of mentally in these races.
Missing our blinds group just a little bit, but getting him down anyways. Just a heart. Just a piece of heart.
Yep, but that will be the first crystal of the seed at 27 minutes and change. We're going to continue on to some South Dark World stuff. Couch pulling out the mirror. Looks like he might be planning on doing some Smith Chain stuff after Dig Game here. It would make a lot of sense. You don't want to be leaving any stone unturned until you find that hammer.
So we're about to see Waterfall on Aaron's side. This is some new checks. And then obviously Dig Game on Couch's side.
Yep, ironically, just a couple of extra heart containers, which is what he would have gotten if he'd made the play into Eastern area, which is the bit of optional divergence that Couch did.
Oh, the text box.
You hate to see it.
Just a heart piece on Zora Ledge. All right, we've got the mirror, we've got the Titan Smiths. It's time for the Smith Chain.
Yep, the mirror. This might be worth doing when you only have that MIT's Dark World access. It might be worth doing anyway, but the mirror just makes it so much more painless. It does mean orphaning the hammer pegs a little bit. But in my opinion, well worth the gamble of potentially orphaning something in there.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to take the purple chest on a little trip, using our mirror, grab all these checks on the way down.
Yep, and meanwhile, just bombs from the old scam fish, so the fake flipper play not providing any particular value here today.
Just a few heart pieces, heart containers.
Yep, not a bad thing to have, but not what you're hoping to find when you do that early sequence break.
Yeah, we're definitely heading up the mountain now, I think, on Aaron's side.
Yeah, certainly seems that way with the save and quit to Sank there. And welcome if you're just tuning in. Unfortunately, we are having some technical difficulties with MrAaronSnerd's stream there, which is resulting in our two racers being vastly desynced from one another in a way that we're just not going to be able to correct for today, unfortunately. Getting a look at Hype Cave here from Couch.
Cane of Burna, not particularly useful or great right now. No real progression. We don't have the hammer to get in this Hype Cave anyways. I'd say a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, it could potentially find some uses as a convenience item, although the heart count plus blue mail is getting up to the point where the invincibility is less likely to be super crucial.
All right, let's see what the lunchbox contains. The boots!
Ooh,
oh, that's a good
great
find.
Very nice. And it occurs to me that we're reaching a point here where Aga might wind up being logically required just for East Dark World access. We were running out of good spots to check.
I have to imagine that our 5-0 runners know their current jump.
I would assume so, and if not, I mean, that's also what mentors are for. It is the sort of tech that you could potentially try to learn on the fly if you absolutely had to. But before that, we are getting our Agina check, just $300. But we've also got a couple of boots checks that just opened up. And speaking of Kern Jump, it might not have been a terrible idea to go ahead and head to the CAC portal, route Graveyard Ledge in with this, and then possibly Kern Jump over to Catfish afterwards. But not... I was about to say not the way Couch is doing it, but might have spoken too soon.
So, Bonk Rocks, just those boots checks like you mentioned. Back to Thieves Town. Our Village of Outcast area. Gonna check Bumper Ledge. Looks like we're gonna get that current jump.
Yeah, unless Graveyard Ledge or King's Tomb. I mean, even if it does give us progression, you're right here. You probably Kern Jump anyway.
Yeah.
And especially for Couch, he has the mirror. He hasn't done the flippers checks yet. He can. That makes for some nice efficient routing.
Agreed. I think you can find flippers in think you're right. You find flippers up on Graveyard Ledge or in King's Tomb, you still current jump, or you just go over and mirror.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a bow in Graveyard Ledge.
Now we most certainly want to go over that way.
Yeah, you could. At this point, the question is: do you go over to Catfish and Zora area checks, or do you just head straight into Eastern and Pod area? Can't quite complete Pod yet, but that guarantees you all 3 checks in Eastern at the very least.
Yeah, I think, yep, we're gonna jump here. We're gonna take the portal. We got this. Already splashed to leave now that we have the bomb. That also works.
Yep, probably a little more consistent than the current jump for most folks. Certainly for myself.
Yeah. I've been seeing a bunch of really nifty sword buffers to time it out.
Oh yeah, and I'd neglected to remember this is also the perfect opportunity to go ahead and turn in that mushroom. So that just adds extra value to this play. You do have to go inside the witch's hut to collect that item, as it turns out. Just $50, nothing to get excited about.
All right. So yeah, like you said, we get to go up and check our catfish and mirror over, and obviously we know the splash delete, so we're probably going to check waterfall. Oh, we're not going to mirror. We're just going to check catfish.
Interesting. I mean, yes, Zora is the only one of those checks that's in logic, but I'd consider this pretty questionable. You're right there.
And you literally just demonstrated that you can flash delete, so we know it's not a tech thing. So this is a conscious decision to say, hey, they're not in logic. I'm going to go to pod first. That would be in logic with... That would actually be in logic with an Aga play, so you go check the Pyramid Ledge, that's in logic. We're assuming at this point East Dark World access is Aga. So... Which actually it has to be, right? We have gotten everything else.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where else the hammer... Oh, well, that would be where the hammer is.
That would be okay, yes. So there you go. So Aga access for East Dark World, it looks like. So... Turned up, gonna save the day, have the hammer on the Pyramid Ledge. Now we can go straight over to Pod. Full clear that. Completely in logic. Paying the monkey, opening the door, and onwards to a fully clearable crystal dungeon.
Yep, always nice to find what you need to clear that when you were right on your way to that area anyway. No hard decisions to make. And on the off chance that this very check-dense location does wind up coming up dry, Your second best bet, which would be your pendant Eastern, is right there in front of you anyway. Of course, at that point, your other option would be an out of logic but nonetheless fully clearable Crystal Ice Palace would be another strong option.
Yes. I think we find progression in pod.
Yeah, that would definitely be the most likely scenario there. And on the right-hand side, MrAaronSnerd taking an unfortunate 2-floor drop there in Hera. You hate to see it.
Oh, just saying, never mind. Taking the drop, mirroring out. Oh, yep. Going back in.
Yep, just mirroring to the entrance, saving himself a little bit of time and the trouble of trying to activate that crystal switch from all the way across the floor.
Finding the powder, that's a nice safety to have for the rest of the game. It also makes you feel better about having turned in the mushroom.
Yep, that powder check now in logic, but very inconvenient. Oh, no, he does have the hammer. So.
He's got the hammer now, so
yeah, that's
pretty good.
That's right. Yeah.
We just have no reason to go back to Village of Outcasts until we go to Skullwoods.
Yep, I suppose if you get really desperate, you can route that in with a hammer pegs check, but.
Yeah, I think after Pod, though, we're down to just Zora in logic, right?
And Eastern. We haven't seen the inside of Eastern
and Eastern.
Yet.
Yes, Zora and Eastern. So I think you do Eastern. Checking the yeah, I was gonna say checking Harmless Hellway before the U. If we had done all of the U, we would have had two small keys and known that that was the key.
Yep, and of course we like to call Pod the Mullet Dungeon. Business in the front, party in the back. Because we've found a bunch of small keys and not much else so far. Now's where Pod starts to get interesting.
Yeah, so we're gonna get something in these last 3 checks, I'd imagine, or something on Helmsford. A bug net, not really progression.
Yeah, I mean, with the powder that we already found in here, makes refilling our bottles nice and easy, but not exactly what we were hoping for.
No, I think Helmet does have an item, right? On the mapping compass.
Fairly sure you're correct.
Right, well, we're clearing him anyways, so this is fine.
So assuming for the sake of argument that that Helma comes up dry, what's your next move? Do you go into your Pendant Eastern? Do you do...
Yes. I think you have no choice but to do Pendant Eastern. I mean, you could go turn in the powder, but that doesn't seem great.
Yeah, I mean, you could make the ABCD argument, always be clearing crystal dungeons, and go for your out-of-logic crystal ice, but considering that you know those flippers are going to be needed for Swamp, you don't want to leave behind potentially flippers in Eastern Palace, so
no,
I'd tend to agree.
Yeah, I think if you didn't need Swamp, then that's a much more reasonable play. Since we know we need the flippers. Well, a good one-cycle turtle room. Couch? Oh, it looks like our Restreamer we have solved some of these technical difficulties. This is a little more synced, I think.
Yep, unfortunately with with 25 minutes difference between the streams at this point, there is just no way to return those to sync.
Well, that timer's not right, so that was the timer from his stream that's still buffered.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll probably end up using the Restream timer. Unless we're sneaking into the Discord channel to get the less bandwidth heavy stream. So you're right, we did get the Eastern play, which I think is natural. There's 3 items here and only powder left everywhere else. Although I don't know if we've gotten an Agina check, so I guess there's Agina.
I believe we did get the Agina check from Couch after he turned in the purple chest and found the boots.
Did he? Oh, yeah, no, we did.
So without a timer to go by, it's hard to be absolutely sure, but as we bring these runners at least closer to something like sync, it looks like Couch is a little bit ahead, potentially just because Mr. AaronSnerd did that fake flip play, which wound up dry.
Well, Andy had some trouble with Hera. I think he fell a little Moldorm once far and once normal.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. So that is the looks like those are the 2 big difference makers in what's looking to be a pretty close race so far.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna save a little bit of time though on Aaron's side by not checking Harmless Hellway, most likely, having 2 small keys. Our Restreamer telling us that Aaron is actually probably slightly ahead timer-wise. So they're not actually perfectly in sync, but Aaron may actually be ahead.
And Eastern Palace not providing us with the answer here today. But I'd been forgetting this whole time the other thing that hammer opens up, which is East Death Mountain access.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Including Dark Death Mountain. So yeah, this is definitely a very good play on Couch's side in terms of sheer density.
Yeah, I didn't even think. Getting a nice spin speed on Couch's side, but I didn't occur to me that Death Mountain access with that hammer.
Ooh, and there's a book up there on the floating island. That'll open up a fully clearable desert palace for another crystal.
Yes, and luckily, we can just go grab the tablet while we're here. Yeah,
that's definitely handy as well. It also means that with with that being our desert access and Misery Mire as a pendant, we might not see a flute this race.
Yes. Fun and not fun. I don't know. I kind of like having the flute to just open up wherever we want to go.
Oh, when I'm playing, I would much rather have the flute. When I'm watching, I sort of enjoy having our runners' routing be a little more constrained, forcing them to make some harder decisions.
Yeah, it's an interesting race either way. All right, let's see what Paradox Caves has.
Ooh, that's the hook shot. Very nice to find when you're already just about to head into your Dark Death Mountain. Let's just go ahead and get all of Hookshot Cave while we're here, shall we?
Yeah, that's kind of the best progression item you can find. And we still have to find the slippers and the fire rod. So.
Yeah, in fact, Fire Rod and Hookshot Cave, or right here in Super Bunny, would make life interesting, because that, depending on the Turtle Rock entrance requirement, if Turtle Rock's Bombos...
Yeah. I think I'm a fan of dipping Turtle Rock regardless if you have access, even if you don't have the fire rod, just in case the key logic puts everything in.
Yeah, I think that that first, is it the compass chest that's left of the entrance there? I think it makes a lot of sense to... It's relatively quick, go ahead and get it. And speaking of new checks, we're getting hammer pegs over on the right-hand side here.
Yes, we are. Just bombs.
Not a whole lot to write home about here in Hookshot Cave proper, but it's looking like that book's going to be the big prize.
Yeah, we got Buttersword.
Yeah, Buttersword certainly doesn't hurt, especially when silvers have yet to rear their heads.
Yeah, I think you have Desert now, most likely, after you check Ether Tablet. And
Yeah.
Spike Cave.
Yep, Ether Tablet, Spike Cave, and of course the Turtle Rock entrance requirement is good intel to have regardless.
It is Bombos. I think you go in, even without the fire rod.
Yep, seems like Couch and Cassidy agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, you can get all the way through, I think, with the right keys.
Yeah, it all depends on key layout.
We'll know real fast whether we can go.
Yeah, this is one of those plays where it's almost a relief when you go in, get that first chest, and find out that you have to stop, because you're not you're not risking a big, lengthy double dip potentially for nothing.
Yeah, it would be fascinating if you do find Ice Rod. Say you find Ice Rod and you get all the keys you need and you finish Turtle Rock.
It's crazier things have been known to happen. Rando gonna rando. You find out Fire Rod in this first chest.
Yeah.
Big and small key and the Fire Rod locked stuff, and then Ice Rod on Laser Bridge.
Flip.
Just
Oh
flippers.
my. Wow.
Oh.
That is spicy.
That is the best of all possible worlds. Just give me my progression
That is...
and let me get out with no stress. I love it.
All right, now that is that's fully clearable swamp now.
Yep, that's two fully clearable crystal dungeons right ahead of us. That was so exciting that, in fact, Couch and Cassidy opted to just peace out, leaving Spike Cave and Ether Tablet behind.
They said, nope, none of this. We're going to swamp.
Yep, and I don't blame them. They've got mirror. Those are 2 checks that they can get back to relatively easy if they decide they want to. But in the meantime, there's crystals to get got.
Yeah, that is an interesting place for flippers. Especially if we come in here and find that that's the logical requirement for everything.
Yep, that also does. Ice Palace has been available for a while, but that puts it fully in logic. So, yeah, I absolutely agree with just chase those crystals for a while, see what that gets you.
Oh yeah, there's no reason to do anything other than crystal dungeons for a little while. Heck, we'll probably go down all the way to the desert and finish it before we do anything else in the overworld.
Yeah, I could see an argument, in fact, for doing ice first, hoping that you find something that informs whether you want to do left side swamp. That's sort of the big question on my mind right now.
Yeah, that also lets you more easily route in a Bombos tablet. Because you'd head over to swamp right afterwards and then check Bombos on the way to desert.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we'll see if we skip or we go on left side swamp. Finding that compass makes left side swamp a little more likely already.
Yep, and then the question becomes, do you do it on your first trip through? Or do you do the back first, thinking maybe, well, if there's only 1 item over there, maybe I just leave it behind?
I think it depends on what you get in compass chest. So if in the Luberon chest you get the map, say.
Yeah, you're definitely not leaving 2 items behind.
I think in a finals 5-0 race like this, you probably skip left side if it's 1 item, or if you don't know whether it's 1 or 2.
Yeah, If I'm reading things right here, we're 2 items from Go Mode here, the ice and fire rods.
Wow, that's interesting. Just bombs in that compass chest, so we don't know how many items are there. You're gonna do it though.
Yeah, opting to do this the vanilla way, not gonna do the diver down. So that's gonna make this a bit of a more time-consuming play.
And it throws me off. The tile set that Couch is using makes the blue pegs orange. Yeah, so looks like Aaron is making that play into Turtle Rock, so he is going to find his flippers. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it very much is. You hate to see a race essentially decided an hour in by 1 skip like that. And Aaron is going to be a little more thorough and go ahead and finish out his 2 remaining mountain checks here.
There's no reason to come back up here, so if there's something there, silver arrows on left side, so I guess you feel pretty good now. You don't feel terrible about left side not having anything you need, like you really need.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the mental math, and how much time does that save you on Ganon? I think that's pretty much a break-even play at that point.
Yeah, probably, but I think he would have come back in had he skipped it, because there were 2 items on the left side.
Yeah, that's very true. So certainly saves you a little time doing it on the first pass through rather than having to come back in and go through 3 or 4 extra screen transitions.
Yeah, let's see what we get in Spike Cave. Fire Rod in Spike Cave. Oh no,
that is huge.
That's very bad for Couch. That's everything but Ice Rod. So you're almost essentially in, you got to start thinking to yourself, okay, well, I'm not going to go mode dungeons, but I'm only doing crystal dungeons at this point. And my Ice Rod's probably just sitting in Turtle Rock. So we're just going to clear everything.
Yeah, about the only thing that could have been worse if that had been the Ice Rod, which for Couch means you're almost certainly going to wind up double dipping Turtle Rock. But still, that's an extra mountain climb, because you're going to have to go back up, get that, go back down, do Skull Woods, go back up.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I really don't like leaving mountain when you had 2 more checks and it's the only 2 checks you have left on the mountain besides Turtle Rock. You just gotta imagine, it doesn't take that long to go check them, and if you do get something you need, you're not getting it if you leave for a while.
Yeah, I think it's a play that you really can justify either way, because those flippers opened up so much that at that point you're really hoping that everything else you need is right along the critical path. I'm also trying to think, what does Couch wind up checking now, searching for that fire rod that he wouldn't have otherwise?
He still got the flippers checks, but Aaron checked those before, so
yeah. So that's a little time spent. It's not so much a disadvantage as an advantage that he could have had that now he won't.
That's probably why Aaron checked it, to be honest, because he had already checked hammer pegs and powder and did all his fake flipper select checks, including hobo, right? So he's almost out of checks.
Yeah, that's true. There's fewer places ahead of him. Like at this point, what Couch doesn't want to find is the flute, because that pulls him into the mire area, potentially mire itself. That could be a huge time sink.
Right, coming back in for the last item on the big chest as well. We did get our red mail from Mothula. Just a red ruby. Swamp was fairly empty other than those silver arrows on the left side.
Yep, which it'll be interesting to see whether MrAaronSnerd winds up getting those silvers, or if he might not wind up finding Ice Rod someplace and being in go mode before heading into Swamp.
Yeah, I know both of these runners is silverless Ganon is fine, but silver still saves you time on Ganon, so if it really is down to silver arrows, then that's one thing, but
and we're getting a ped check. Do we have the legendary? Nope. Just Couch Cash.
If that's good. So we are doing the next crystal dungeon in line. So we went over and checked Bombo's tablet on Couch's side on our way over into desert. So we're making this play before Ice Balance.
Yeah, once you've decided to do to make the move to Swamp first, I think this is definitely the efficient routing.
For sure. Right. So we got in the big chest, just 50 rupees. So there's one item out of desert. And it's not an ice rod.
Yep, looks like Couch is going to be hoping that that second item is on Landmos and he never has to bother going to the right-hand side.
Aaron didn't do powder last time this year. I had thought he had done powder. I guess he only did hammer pegs.
Yeah, continuing to play a little thoroughly considering how many fully clearable crystal dungeons he has ahead of him, turning all the way around out of Skull and down there just for the powder check. I mean, I guess I can't fault him because playing thoroughly is what found him that clutch fire rod.
Yeah, well, and the other thing, there's both items out of desert. Got nothing. Yeah, you know, one thing about Aaron here and his thoroughness is that, that powder check wasn't too long of a check, and it's the last thing he has in the whole VOO area. Checks.
Yep, looks like Aaron is going to swamp, so almost certainly he's going to wind up finding those silvers.
Yeah, I can't imagine being in an ice rod hunt that you wouldn't do left side. I think in Aaron's position, though, I probably would have done Ice Palace first here, especially in Aaron's position, actually, right? Because if you find Ice Rod and Ice Palace, you go mode swamp.
Yeah, I'd tend to agree.
The Ice Palace is so fast. Almost getting the first silver arrow there. Getting in the second phase of the land moles.
I have to believe that that Aaron's done Thieves Town. I think that's something that must have happened during our technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, he's got butter sword. We had a sword at Thieves Town.
Oh, yep, he absolutely did.
Did Aaron dip to Eastern? I don't remember.
That's a good question. I believe at the time we caught up with him, he was
he was in pod.
Pod, yeah. I don't
think he did. Unless he did it first. I don't think he did.
Yep, looks like Couch is going to go ahead and grab Hobo prior to heading into ice.
Yeah, you could probably go check the mountain or go all the way to Zora here, maybe, or at least the waterfall, maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, I think
not.
I think those are checks that you probably put off until after ice, just because it takes you so long to walk back from Zora down to Ice Palace. Better to do ice first.
Now, if you didn't have the cane, then maybe. So it looks like Aaron is skipping left side swamp, so we're gonna miss out on the silver arrows unless we go back in.
Yeah, possible, entirely possible that he does, because I believe he'll have
2 items.
Yeah,
well, three. There'll be 3 items because of the big chest.
Big chest, yeah.
Yeah, you almost have to go back in at that point. So he'll probably get something.
Yeah. Even only 1 item from Go Mode, that would be a spicy skip.
It would be a ridiculous skip.
And Aaron taking down Argus, pretty trivial fight with Tempered or above.
For sure.
And it looks like he did get the optimum. Oh yeah, very nice. Oh, didn't quite get that quick kill on the on that last phase, but
Alright, not hitting the switch on Couch's side. Need icebreaker, a couple buffers, we're good to go.
Yeah, to hit that crystal switch or not is a matter of some differing opinion. I guess it is optimal not to hit it, but that requires thinking, which I don't like to do.
I always hit it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, yeah, I guess it saves you a screen transition not to do it, but then you have to think about your key logic, and if you hit it, you can just full clear the same way every time.
Yeah, so here we go back in for Aaron. About to get his silver arrows in left side swamp. So I'm not sure what the actual timer is on Aaron's side. 'Cause I think it is still a little delayed, but It's probably. Heart piece and ice palace. Heart container. See, I'd rather just bomb jump to get to iced tea. Just bomb jump and.
Yeah, I agree. It's such a free bomb jump to get back from iced tea.
Well, we didn't have a key at the time, so.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Either way, we're about to see what iced tea's got for us. We did just see what iced tea's got for us.
Yep, still searching for that ice rod.
I guess that means Coldstare has an item. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone to iced tea.
Yeah, fairly sure. And yeah, at this point, we're I'm trying to think, where else, if anywhere, do we check for ice rod before just beelining Turtle Rock? And
I think, personally, I would finish the Crystal Dungeons. You finish this left side swamp here, and then you say, all right, see you later. Going to Ice Palace on Aaron's side, then I'm going to Desert, checking Bombo's tablet, then I'm gonna go finish Ice Palace, and then I'm gonna go straight up the mountain to Turtle Rock. He's checked everything else.
Yeah. I think you're right. Especially on Aaron's side, because he already went ahead and he got those hammer pegs. He got the powder check.
Yeah, this is actually, in the end, if we check Spike Cave, well, we will check Spike Cave before going to the TR and Couch's side.
Yep, Couch about to head into those Zora checks that he's been putting off, and he is not going to find the answer he's looking for there.
So we're gonna have basically one extra full mountain climb, and we're gonna check Zora and Zora Ledge after this. So just trying to think of who's ahead, because we're syncing up here. Our Restreamer helping us out, getting us all synced up. Have a timer up for Aaron. All right. So now we're going up the mountain, I'm assuming, on Couch's side. No, we have to do powder hammer pegs still. Yeah, this is just slow. It's not working out, not having that fire rod yet. So we're gonna have to go over here, check this, then we're gonna have to go back up the mountain. And then back down the mountain to finish Skullwoods.
Yep. Yeah, once you've made that decision, that's the thing about making skips like that Spike and Ether Tablet. It's easy to think, well, I've got Mirror, it's not that long to get back up there, but once you've made the decision to make that skip, you tend to double down on that choice.
Agreed. Yeah. All right, checking out hammer pegs. Not gonna find anything we need. Aaron just finished in the back of Desert up here. Just got his date with some worms. Sounds like an awful date.
I don't want to have a date with worms, and I don't want to date someone with worms. I neither want to date worms nor have a date with worms.
Yeah, Doesn't sound very appealing. Alright, just getting the arrow set up. Oh, missing the second arrow and the third arrow on Aaron's side. And we got it in the second cycle.
But yeah, assuming that ice rod is Chilean Turtle Rock, this could be a pretty close race.
Be very close. Yes.
Yeah. Because right now, MrAaronSnerd still needs to clear his ice palace. Couch has the quicker Skullwoods ahead of him.
Well, we checked. Oh no! Someone in chat. You're being very, very mean, Rainman. Rainman's suggesting that we find the flute in Turtle Rock.
I mean, at that point, it's just more required seed for execution to take a bigger hand.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I think if that happens, it's good. What can you ask for more than an execution mostly seed on a 5-0 match at the Mentor tournament?
And I mean, we're all here to watch some Rando, right? So clearly we want to watch more Rando happen.
Yeah. Ouch, climbing that mountain again. Go check the ether tablet. We're gonna jump down.
We're going to do a couple of premature frustration bonks.
Yeah, we're about to get that fire red, though. Aaron is hitting the switch.
Chat's wondering if, in the very unlikely event that this race should go to a tie, what happens? And I think the answer is kind of nothing, because they're both more or less guaranteed to get into the gold sword bracket, so they can just go in tied for first.
Well, yeah, one of them has to be the 1 seed in the tournament. Although counting frames, if it does come down that fast, it might be very difficult. Let's hope we get at least 5 seconds. Let's hope for at least a 6-second difference. Grabbing the small key from the pot because it's faster than killing the Gibdo, probably. Maybe.
Okay, for your education and mine, I consulted the rules document. There will be no ties. If the runners finish within 2 seconds of each other, a VOD review will be conducted to determine who finished first.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That seems like a very hard prospect.
Yeah, that's... Hopefully both of our runners are recording locally, as everyone always should in any sort of competitive format for occurrences just like this one, where technical difficulties make looking at the Twitch VODs not really an option.
What a moth fight. That was quick. 4 slashes. Well, bonking 3 slashes.
I'm sorry, I blinked. What moth fight?
Exactly. And simultaneous boss fights here. Well, back to back. I don't think either runner went into Eastern Palace. So do you just make the play and call it TR? Or do you go into Eastern Palace?
I mean, you're looking for your one go mode item. You go where the density is.
Oh, you go to yeah. Well, you go to TR, but it would be really unfortunate to find nothing in TR and then have to go down to Eastern and find flute in Eastern.
I mean, on the one hand, it would. On the other hand, in a situation like that, my outlook always is, if my opponent has to do something clearly suboptimal to beat me, then GG, take the win. I get the moral victory.
It's a good point. Alright, looks like Couch and Aaron are almost completely in sync going into Turtle Rock. Oh, Aaron's a little ahead, actually. This is very close.
Yep, it absolutely is.
If the ice rod is in Turtle Rock, it is very close. Aaron taking the quick way up the mountain, and Couch taking the slightly slower way. Provided you don't get dead rocked. Doesn't look like we did. There's a lot more screen transitions going through Super Bunny Cave. It's not a lot, but it is some. This is a close race. We are off by about 10 seconds, and so I don't know how close it is. I think it's very close. We'll look when Aaron enters this door.
Aaron just went in at 129.49 is when he entered Turtle Rock. So
it's a couple of oh man, we're 6 seconds.
6 seconds apart.
We are 6 seconds apart. Whew. Couch doing torch room first. Oh, Aaron getting the quick torch hook shot. Hey, we're down to room strats.
Yep, the margins are just razor thin at this point.
Aaron getting both the item dashes. Couch taking it a little slower. Also still has to check the spike room chest, right? Or am I crazy? No. Dead even. Aaron into Chompers at 123.15.
Yep, nice clean through the chain chomp room.
They're dead even. Like...
Link to the past Ken in chat asking the real questions. Yeah, ties nothing. If they both go into GT at the same time, who do we count by for the GT Big Key guessing game?
Well, with Aaron being 10 seconds ahead on his timer, I'm going to say we'll probably be counting Aaron, just because it'll be easier for us to keep track. Compass and lava chest, nothing doing. Or we could count. Chat's trying to suggest who we count. Arguments for both. We got technically Aaron will be first, but it may be easier to count Couch's key.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, almost getting a double pokey kill. All right, Aaron gonna. Oh, part of the team that checks the big chest first. One item from Go Mode.
Yep, I'm right there with him.
Oh, Couch doing it the opposite way.
I mean, this,
Very close.
What if this is the difference maker?
Yo, jeez.
That one extra screen transition.
We'll mark a time again for you, chat. Whenever Aaron enters the room after the big chest room, and we'll be synced back up as far as who's checked what, and we'll know who's in head.
Okay.
125.45. I think Couch has pulled ahead by less than a second.
I think you're right. Holy crap.
This is incredible. Oh, Aaron getting the quick roller rooms. Oh, he's got a menu, though. Got it anyways. Oh, Couch getting it, too. Without the menu.
Oh, my.
The Couch picked up a fraction of a second here.
If you can measure it, it matters right now.
Yeah, this is,
I'm reminded of the Futurama line. It's a quantum finish. No fair. You affected the outcome by measuring it.
I love it. We don't have an ice rod yet, though, so that's... Oh, it'll come down to laser skips here. Oh, this is fascinating.
My eyes are glued to this screen. I don't...
Ice rod, we're good to
yes!
go! Oh, Aaron with the quicker laser skips, it looks like. Couch being a little more cautious. I think he lost the time he gained a minute ago.
Aaron through the door at 127.04. Neck and neck within a second.
This is
too
insane.
close to call.
GT routing for sure. I kind of hope they take the same route.
Oh, me too. I want it to be pure execution from this point on.
I'm getting the dash strat for the one cycle Trinex.
Very nice. Let's see if we can get the quick kill on the final phase.
And he does.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was sexy. My nipples are hard.
Oh man.
Oh.
Just slightly slower. We're back at the entrance at wait, 128.20 full black screen. Oh, it's dead even.
Yeah, it's too close to call. It truly is. I think Aaron might be just the tiniest bit ahead because of those laser skips and the ever so slightly faster Trinex, but...
Yeah, this is...
Whew.
Oh, we're going into GT.
This is the moment of truth. Are they going to route it the same, or are we going to diverge again?
129 even. Fade to black into Ganon's tower.
Aaron heading right.
Oh, we made up 4 seconds. We've made up 3 seconds at least on Couch's side by getting the hook the hook speed up the thing. Aaron going right side.
Yep, small key in Hope Room means Aaron's going full right.
Oh, we're diverting.
Divergence. Couch going left. This is the kind of thing that decides races.
Aaron finds the big key, this is...
Yeah. If Aaron finds the big key here, then it's kind of his race to lose. If Couch finds it, Aaron could still catch up on execution. Although they've been so dead close on execution.
Yeah, I really doubt it. I don't know. I think whoever finds the big key's winning this one. Unless it's in the tile room. In which case Aaron has an advantage, I think. Oh, no big key.
Yeah, I mean, with
just to be really spicy, go full right. Do it. No.
Yeah. With Silver's gold sword and red mail, there's less of a chance of something crazy like a death making the difference.
Yeah, this is Oh no! Couch! That's a decent time loss. Oh no!
Yep. That's given Aaron just that little bit that he needs to catch up. It doesn't take too many slips like that.
Oh, dude, I hope the key's in I hope it's in tile room. We forgot to play. This is so exciting. We all forgot to play the guessing game. What are you doing, chat? No, not a single person put a number in chat.
They were afraid to take their eyes from the screen, and I don't blame them.
That's actually incredible. So Smirk, you guys are too late. It's over. Oh, Smirk said tile room before the thing started, so I guess that's good.
Okay, that's fair.
I think Aaron's made up quite a bit of time here.
Yep, I would tend to agree.
But we still have no big key?
Nope, we got Bob's chest, and we've got the 3 behind our Sarmos, and then we've got the dreaded tile room.
Yeah, let's see if he gets the bonk skip here. I'm sure he will. Yeah. Easy game. It's either Ice Armos or tile room. I still hope it, or Bob's chest. I still hope for tile room at this point.
Yeah, we've come this far. Come on, let's go all the way.
Give us tile room.
Very nice Ice Armos on Couch's side there.
Oh, it's in Ice Armos.
Aaron still mere screens behind.
Couch has a little bit of a lead here for sure. Whatever it is, in actuality, plus 10 seconds-ish. Oh, Aaron with the quicker Ice Armos for sure.
Yep, not by much, but every little bit.
Couch taking the slow way through the first room of the climb.
Very nice Mimic 2 there.
Yeah, utilizing that mirror shield.
You so seldom have it, it's easy to forget to take advantage. Nice dash back down through the clinker room, too.
Aaron on to members 2. He's done with that. Gauntlet climb. Here we go. Use that half magic. Fire rodding some stuff in the gauntlet here.
Yep, just sniping that Stalfos from across the room like a boss. Unfortunately, that is the problem with fire rod strats. You've got to wait for that flame to go out before the door opens. Man, Couch just tearing through the gauntlet here. Oh, that fire spitter messing up his land mow by just a cycle.
Man, this race coming down to GT routing for sure, though.
Yep. I think Couch might have extended his lead just a little bit in that gauntlet. Let's see how Aaron handles the land mow.
I think you're right. Just slash it twice, Aaron. Looks like Couch is onwards into the Torches 2. Into the helmet room. 135.30 into the helmet room. We'll see where Aaron is. We'll make an actual calculation.
Yeah, looks like Aaron's about 48 seconds behind by my calculation here.
Yep, I think you're right.
Couch heading into Moldorm 2. A bad Moldorm fall could make a difference here, but not today.
Not happening today.
Not that I wish evil on you, Couch. Understand me here when you watch this VOD. I just like a close race, that's all.
It's still pretty close. It's just with I just think it's not. It's a little. Oh, this room is going really poorly. Yeah, we're good again.
Yep. Spent some time, but recovered very nicely.
Aaron heading into his Moldorm 2 fight. Oh, falling.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. That was a nice first phase of Aga 2. That was a rude pattern, but Couch handled it very nicely. Yeah, absolutely.
Dead Aga 2.
Oh, that was a very nice Aga 2.
3 cycle.
Yeah, like throwing really rude patterns at him, but just making it look easy.
He's a little over a minute 10 behind, I think Aaron is.
Yeah, I think you're right. And yeah, Aaron's... unless Couch makes a big mistake, Aaron's running out of chances to catch up. He's not going to do it. I can't imagine him doing that Aga 2 any better.
No.
Which is not a slight against him, just saying how well Couch did there.
And we've got dash strats. This is a Ganon that's just going down.
Yep. Yep, easy one cycle. Not a problem.
Alright. Aaron getting ready to drop in. We got phase 4 versus phase 1. Getting the torch glitch. Oh, and a double. Almost a triple.
Oh, very close. And the pig.
The pig is dead.
Down. Couch crossing the bridge and winning with an official race time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, and 39 seconds.
GG's to Couch.
What an absolutely fantastic race. Mr. Aaron finishing up his pig fight, about to head into the final phase. Missing that torch glitch. That might have been the moment when he when he saw in that race time window. That's
possible.
Yeah.
Or
who's to say? Yeah. But either way, the pig goes down. crossing that bridge in just a moment here. And Mr. ALTTPR does in fact finish in second place with a time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 45 seconds.
GG's to Mr. ALTTPR and to Couch, and congratulations to Couch on being the overall 1 seed out of the group stages of the Swiss Mentor Tournament.
Absolutely. Unlike a lot of the major tournaments, we do not run with a stream delay here, so our runners just finished. We'll hope to get them in here for an interview shortly, but let's give them just a second to catch their breaths first. I know I'd need it.
Yeah. So just for reference, starting seeds here. Couch was the 3 seed, Aaron the 4. All right.
Looks like Couch at least will be joining us momentarily. Hopefully we can get Aaron in here as well.
Yeah, looks like both of them are going to join us.
Yep, and of course we've been focusing on our runners here today, but of course they are joined by their mentors, Cassidymoen and HomeMadeBeer, respectively.
Yes, indeed. And big shout outs before we get these guys in here for the interview. Big shout outs to, my co-com, BenCreighton, and our restreamer, Tyran, and our tracker, H-Tom Silvio.
Absolutely.
I butchered your name, I'm sure.
Yep, and his first time tracking, according to our pre-chat in the Discord. So, great job, and of course, great job, Tyran, in making it work under challenging circumstances. I wouldn't even have thought of grabbing that Discord stream. And we are joined by our Victor Couch23. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks.
And we're joined as well by our runner-up, Mr. ALTTPR. GG, sir.
GG's, guys.
What an incredibly exciting race. Came down to GT routing. Things went very differently up until that fire sword
that sucks.
Fire rod, I should say, and then converged once again. What is there to say? Absolutely amazing.
You guys actually entered GT at a...
Honestly,
I think it was a 2-second advantage for Couch.
Throughout most of Turtle Rock and into GT, you were within 2 seconds of one another. We were timing you every step of the way.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Sounds like it was a good race. I'm gonna have to watch it.
We didn't know who to count by for the GT guessing game because of stream issues. We literally couldn't tell who went in first.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Apparently my internet decides to throttle at this time of night, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's all right. Tyran figured it out, and we got to watch a great show, so no harm, no foul.
So just for reference of how hyped this race was.
Tyran for that.
Just to shout out how hyped this race was at the end. No one in chat before you guys entered GT actually put numbers in chat. Not a single number in chat.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
No, so what are thoughts? Let's hear the thoughts.
Honestly, I have this thought: if I'm behind, don't go to the right side. But then, for some reason, I just went to the right side of GT, and I should have gone Hope Room to left side, and yeah, that was a big mistake. But I mean, to be fair, was other mistakes that I probably made. Going back 3 times to Magic Bat because I made one was because my console reset on me, and then the other one was just it was just more isolating it for other reasons. Yeah, at least it was only like right as I got there, and it was like the only thing I had done. So thankfully for that.
How about you, Couch? What was the thought process whenever you decided after finding flippers in Turtle Rock to book it down the mountain?
I was like, hey, this opens up a few checks, a few dungeons. I have books, so I can knock out like 3 crystals. And I mean, at this point, you got to start abandoning things. I don't know. Like, seeing that fire rod last location was pretty rough, though.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Yeah, what was our go mode again? I'm trying to remember what we had. Oh, it was Ice Rods because we... Yeah. It was Ice Rod.
Ice Rod that you just probably assumed was in Turtle Rock.
Honestly, we made the comment too of like, do we just go back to Turtle Rock now that we know that we have Fire Rod to go through? And instead, I did a saving quit, and I probably should have gone back to TR. It was a 50-50 call on that, but you know. It is what it is. That's why you flip a coin on it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So logically, an Agaseed. Good on our runners for realizing that and not doing it.
Of course.
Well, it was either 5-minute time sink or 1 to 2 minutes of learning how to kern jump. It took me a few times, but I think a kern jump nets 3 minutes, so sure.
We actually got a splash delete on Couch's side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ended up finding the bow in that the graveyard ledge there, and that was my splash delete go.
Yeah,
I guess you could have done it that way too.
Yeah, we did notice that directly after that, you opted to, you went to Catfish and then did not mirror out and do the Zora checks, opting to skip them. And we commented, well, we know we can splash delete, so this is a conscious decision. What went into that decision?
I was more worried about Pod holding something.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and of course, and you did turn out to be
item
correct.
Density play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of thoughts do you guys have going into brackets now? Knowing that we're gonna lose the sword, you excited? You nervous about not having a mentor? You ready to go, huh?
Go ahead, Coach.
I'm pretty roaring and ready to go. I've been in one tournament before, all the way back in like 2018, and then I just stopped playing for a long time. And that was the standard tournament back in I think it was spring of 2018. So I got used to kind of using like different weapons at the beginning, but being completely open with no guaranteed weapon start's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's come a long way since I started myself. I've only been in this since like last year, thank you pandemic, but hey, I'm having a great time with it. I mean, hard to not love the game when it's, can be so fast paced and, make your brain go crazy at the same time. But yeah, I think going forward into the brackets, I don't know where, I'll be seeded. We'll be seeded. I know Couch will be first seed, but depending on seeding, it should be an interesting bracket. Everybody really who's going to be in that gold sword bracket will be really tough to beat. So it'll be an interesting finish to the bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually really excited to face some more people and get a chance to see if I can continue being undefeated or not.
Yeah, don't sleep on the best of threes either. I think a best of 3 really.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
averages it out on
Coming for you,
execution a little
Couch.
bit. Oh,
Yep. It also brings an interesting dynamic to the table in that game too. If you've got that win under your belt, you feel like you can maybe be a little more aggressive because if I lose, it just goes to game 3. It's fine.
yeah, there's some new meta, I guess. Different kinds of meta game when you're playing playing in a best of 3 solo with no mentors or anything. I'm pretty excited myself. I'm sure everyone's excited to watch everybody.
I know I am.
Mentors get to sit back and watch the fruits of their labor.
Yep.
Everybody gets it. Now the mentors get to go, okay, how did we do? Did we do this right?
My little boy is all grossed up. Well, with that, any final thoughts for the people at home before we let them get on with their evenings?
I just want to say thanks to everybody in this tournament for putting it on. GG's to Mr. Aaron over here, putting up one heck of a race. It seems. Good luck in the brackets. Hope we get to maybe face off again.
Yeah, definitely. I have a feeling we will. I hope so. Yeah, shout outs to everybody just putting on the tournament again. The admins, all the moderators, anybody, all the people in the Restream crew. Thank you. This has been wonderful. Thanks to Kono for making that work since my internet decided to be mean. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Well, with that, big thanks to both our runners for putting on a great show, both of our mentors for guiding them through, to Kono for restreaming and being creative with the problem solving on the fly, to H. Tom Servo with tracking and freeing our brains up to hopefully have interesting commentary, and VeXtopher, always a pleasure co-comming with you, sir.
You as well, Ben. You as well. Maybe we'll do some more during the brackets.
Absolutely. All right. Good night, one and all.